This is perhaps one of the most notorious books ever written. And it's notorious not necessarily for a good reason. It was seen as the first book about manipulation, the first book about how to get ahead in life and do it off the backs of others. But I'm telling you, this book has never been more applicable than it has been today. And I want you to really listen to the words I'm about to say, because I'm going to tell you all of this book is based on one simple principle: the state before everything else. Sacrificing your personal opinions, everything about yourself, everything about what you like about yourself, what others view, your family, everything has to be put behind the state. And that is the entire basis of this book. This book was originally written by, well, no, it was written by, I'm an idiot. The book was written by Niccolo Machiavelli, and his basis for this book was he was like in kind of trouble with the Medici family, and he wrote this book as a guide for the Medici family to really ensure their power and really rule in a righteous way and ensure that the state will prosper. And the the things in this book, they're not always friendly. They're not always things that you want to read. They're not always things that you want to accept, but it's the simple reality of life. It's the simple reality of ruling. And if you don't think you have to, crack a few eggs to make an omelet, like, you don't know anything about the real world, because the real world is ugly. There are so many things that we don't like to face. There's so many consequences of what we do on a daily basis that affect other people that we don't want to understand. And the entire basis of this book is that, like, you don't want to necessarily be loved. There's a very, very good quote that sums up a lot of this book: is you'd rather be feared than loved, but not hated. And if we can go through life and we can apply principles like this, like, I'm telling you, you are going to make it. Like, if we pick up the leadership tactics from this book, if we pick up the company first, everything about the collective before the individual, you will be a good leader. This book has so much wisdom in it, and the people that say some of the things you can't apply, they haven't read the book, because this book is so introspective when it comes to human nature. It's evaluating things from every perspective. It's seeing it from the eyes of the enemy. It's seeing it from the sides of the people. It's seeing it from the sides of the prince. And it's masterfully done, and it's beautiful. And the best part about this book is it's like 100 pages. Like, I'm telling you, if you really want to skyrocket your leadership skills, if you really want to skyrocket any sort of knowledge of leadership, or running a company, or running a business, or running a state, like, this is the book to read. This is the book that every single great world leader since the time this book was published has read. Why would you not do the same? Why would you not read what some of the smartest minds who have ever lived have read? Like, it's very frustrating that we live in a day and age where people want to stray away from certain kinds of thoughts, certain kinds of information, and I don't see a point. I want to learn everything so that I can come to my own opinion. I want to get it from the source myself before I come to judgment, because we've all played that game of telephone. We all understand that when things come from, like, the fourth person removed, it's a completely different message, and you completely miss a lot of it. And, like, even me in speaking in this book, like, I'm not capturing the message. I'm not encapsulating it all, and that's why you have to go out and do your due diligence and pick up books like this for your own, because I'm telling you, if you want to get ahead, you just have to pick up a book. You just have to understand that if you get enough knowledge, you can start to apply it. And when you can start to apply that knowledge, you have a leg up on everybody, because everyone's consuming TikTok. Everyone's consuming Instagram. Everyone's on YouTube watching me talk about books instead of reading it for themselves. And it's like, if we could start thinking like the greatest minds, if we could start using their thoughts, using their knowledge, using their tactics, we will run over this generation. Because think, everyone is so weak, everyone is so distracted, everyone is so all over the place, and all it takes is a little bit of focus, a little bit of effort, a little bit of energy, and next thing you know, you're a billionaire, because nobody else is trying, nobody else is putting in any effort. And I don't usually take this perspective, but it's simply because I'm using the thoughts of Machiavelli in this video. But yeah, it's very interesting. And a good rule of thumb is, if the book is still in print a few hundred years after it's been published, you should probably pick up that book, because it's probably said something that has struck people for generations. And wisdom that has struck people for generations is usually some fundamental knowledge that we all need. So I'll leave a link to this book in the description. Thank you so much for making this far. I will catch you next one. If you want to get more from me, go ahead and join my Discord, or yeah, look at my other products. Peace out.